What's an ultra?
It's more than a marathon. That's all I got. Well, it's for people who have lost their mind, and a marathon's not enough to do. Case in point. Which ultra are we talking about, Chelsea?
JFK Ultra. The JFK 50 Marathon.
50-mile ultra marathon.
It is America's oldest ultra. And popped up with a lot of others during the 60s with JFK's influence on trying to get people to be more fit. That's a brief history. Actually,
something I learned while waiting at the finish line, the 50 actually goes back to Teddy Roosevelt, who didn't want anybody in his army that couldn't walk 50 miles or travel 50 miles on foot in one day. That's where the idea for the 50 came from in JFK. At that time, people were like, we'll do that again, but we'll make it a race.
So I signed up. I was not influenced, but I was inspired by an old high school coach who she had been running a few ultras, and I'm like, I gotta do this now. I guess either competitive or just, again, I just felt inspired.
Was that the coach that we met at the race?
Yeah. This was the coach that was actually there. Her father had run it as well. What was interesting is this was my second ultra I signed up for, but the first one I ran. So I have another one coming in February of 2020, and that's only a 50K.
Potentially might finish in the dark. So if you go through the aid station at 41.8 miles at 3 o'clock or later, they're going to give you a reflective device. Please wear it.
It's so dark. Usually the sun's, well, I guess 6:30. It'll be higher.
It started at this high school in Boonsboro, Maryland. It takes place all in Western Maryland, by the way.
Right on the border with West Virginia.
Weather was on our favor. It was super cold to start, but then mellowed out by the afternoon, and then the wind kicked up, which cooled us down again. It started off, on road, like a couple miles on the road, but then like this huge steep climb to the entrance of the Appalachian Trail.
We're in Maryland. Chelsea's doing a 50-mile race here. 50 miles. This is the JFK 50-miler. It's one of the oldest ultramarathon, maybe the oldest ultramarathon in the country. And we got some people running through here. I'm at the Weverton Cliffs, and I saw her at the start line. I'm hoping to see her again along here, and hopefully I'll catch her passing through here, and maybe a couple other times along the race. Nice, they have some transportation to get you here, so parked along the road and somebody picked us up. It's nice.
And the Appalachian Trail was fun. Most of it was paved. We didn't really get like really good trail bits. The first 15 were on that trail basically. The finish of that was on like this steep like switchback. I wore regular shoes. I didn't even wear trail shoes because again, once we got off that, the next 34 miles were going to be on this flat.
Yeah. From a spectator point of view, one of the things that's really nice here is, although it's very cold outside, everybody's parking along the side of the road. As you can see, there's cars opposite me here, and I'm in a line of cars here as well. And they have a shuttle service, so they will have cars coming along or vans coming along and picking people up and giving them a lift, so that you don't have to walk very far. They'll actually drive you to the point where the runners go by. So they don't have too much congestion there with people coming and going, because there's, I think, 1,200, 1,400 people in this race, and very small areas to get to. So that was one of the vantage points. Now I think I'm going to see her around mile 27.
That one stretch there, we had no choice. Just keep coming.
I'm at mile 27.3, and I'm just waiting for Chelsea to come here. This is further than a marathon, and she did one of those 2 weeks ago, so that's training for this race, obviously. 27.3 miles, and that'll be the farthest I think Chelsea's run, and she will still have 23 miles to go, something like that, 22.7, so it's still a long race for her. She's just about halfway done when she gets to this point. It is starting to cloud up. They were predicting rain starting in the evening. Hopefully Chelsea can beat it and finish before the rain. Otherwise, hopefully it's just a light mist if she has to finish in that, but we'll see how it goes.
I think the hardest part was that towpath because it was so boring. I mean, it had great scenes of the river, but then...
It was very repetitive.
And yeah, and then it started just really like, took a drag, and then my GPS wasn't really working right, but it was. I don't know. It didn't matter as much, but luckily I met this guy, Dink, who has run a bunch of ultras, and super cool guy. I met with him on the towpath. He was actually running with someone else, and I sort of just tagged along. I'm like, well, I'll talk to somebody, and I'm so glad I did, because he kept me going mentally.
I'm at mile 38.7. This is a place called Taylor's Landing, and Chelsea should be coming along hopefully in the next 10-15 minutes, maybe 20. Looks like she's found herself a running buddy, somebody who's going the same pace as her, which is always nice. It makes it easier to run when you have somebody you can run with. So that's good. Anyhow, as you can see, it's gotten a little bit thinner here. Not as many runners coming through as frequently. The pack is spread out a little bit. But hopefully, as I said, she'll be coming along soon, and we'll see how she's doing. I mean, she's already gone further than she's ever gone before, and now she's just adding to it. She's incredible. So I'm impressed. I'm always impressed, but I'm doubly impressed today. So
just before mile 38, I was feeling good up until that point. I felt two things happen. On my right foot, I felt a blister pop on my big toe, and then on my left foot, my pinky toe, I felt another blister pop, but a serious one. And I was just like, the whole time, I can't wait to look at this. I can't wait to see this. So that was painful, but you know, you just run through the pain, it's whatever.
I don't want to walk till the aid station.
Those were hard. I started walking a lot after 38. That's when I really I'm stopping, I'm walking, I'm gonna run, walk. At the last aid station, and I was just like, fudge, I'm not feeling good at all. Really couldn't eat anything more, nothing was helping, and I was just like, I need more miles. So, and then I saw that 1 mile left sign, and I was like, oh, I did not walk this last mile. So I didn't. I actually brought it in. I did fairly good. I wish I felt like that the rest of those 8 miles.
This looks like a female finisher. That is Kelsey Ellis of Rye Brook, New York. Great job, Kelsey. Greg Arndt out of Brookline, Mass. Good job, Greg.
And then I finished strong. I put on a good face and a good show at the end, and I finished it. I was so happy. I was just like, yay. I was hurting really bad, and I just was like, I don't want to do this again.
until later.
Yeah, and then later you feel better. Well, now I know a little bit more. It was good. It was overall good. I had bloody shoes from my pop blood blisters, and that pinky toe, it was a blister that formed under the toenail, and then finally popped.
So you did in how many hours?
8 hours and 29 minutes. I was on my feet.
Yeah. Remember, she was going for 10, so that's...
Yeah, that was great. I still feel like I could have done better. Like, I really think if I had been better about it, I could have ran more consistent. Because those last 8 miles really...
How long after New York Marathon was it?
3 weeks.
3 weeks? So you had just done New York City Marathon 3 weeks earlier, too.
Yeah.
Which, again, you consider that training for this distance.
Yeah,
so.
for the most part. But...
Anyhow.
Yeah, do it. It's a good one.
It was good for spectators, as I said before. We got to see the runners several times.
It is so long.
And actually...
Have a friend with you if you're going to do it.
Yeah, and now because we've witnessed this once now, Chelsea doing that, we now know that for these longer distances, we can plan out supporting a little bit better than than I did that time. So.
Yeah. I gave him
Because-
stuff to bring, and then he didn't bring it.
Well, because you never used it, but then when you wanted it, I didn't have it on me. So
Yeah.
it was hard to judge because we've
Well,
never
you just
done
have
it
to
before.
have it to be ready. That's
Well,
the
now we're
point.
going to do that from here on out. It's a great race. I think, how many people? They had 1,200 people sign up, but I think
900 started.
900 started, yeah.
And
I don't know how
think-
many finished.
I don't know how many finished either.
But it was a great race, and the fact that the weather never got above like the low 40s, I think was great for the runners. A little bit cold for the spectators, but it was still great. It was a great race to
Years before, I
witness.
think the year before, it was like,
Rainy.
snowed and muddy,
Yeah.
and so.
That would have been harder for sure. Anyhow, if you liked this video and want to see more, give us a thumbs up and
You want to hear us ramble more about a race?
and then click on that subscribe button. And also, if you'd like in the comments, you can make suggestions about races that you know in the Northeast area that we might enjoy going to. Thanks.